Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your boy, the Baker Man. Today we're doing something different. I'm illustrating a concept for one of my clients who commissioned me to do a design for their new brand, and they'd like to put it on some t-shirts and some merchandise. So it's inspired by the Chicano LA culture, classical black and gray tattoos. My client gets a lot of this type of subject matter and imagery tattooed. I used to be pretty into it back in like 2015, 2014. I used to do a lot of black and gray faces. I still enjoy doing them. I haven't drawn one in ages, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. Stick around, check it out, see how it turns out at the end of the video. Okay, so we've transferred our goal over into our sketchbook. So it's just the roughs as to like where the eyes are, where everything sits compositionally. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start laying the foundation, just kind of darkening, solidifying, committing certain things to paper, and I'm also gonna start stylizing it a little bit into the overall end style I'm looking for. So right now I'm very loose with it still, just kind of filling in the important areas, getting a sense of flow, um, trying to steer away from the reference material. I'm just really going to refer to that as far as the shadowing and where the important bits are. So I'm just kind of blocking everything in. um, I know you official artists out there are going to be dogging me, but it's my process, and yeah, this is the way I do it, especially when I'm pressured for time. So right now I'm getting everything that I need right there. Where's the shadows gonna fall, how everything is gonna land. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm loosely starting to map in the midtones, and with that just follow the structure of the face as I'm using the pencil and moving the lead across the page. I'm moving it loosely in the way that the cheekbones are shaped, the way the eye socket is fit, the puffiness above the below the eyebrow, um, and then the forehead as well. And I'm doing that with the light, harder H pencil, and then I'll progressively go darker and darker and darker, and obviously not shading over where we have the highlights on the face, so the lightest parts. So I'll go through this process. It's pretty monotonous to watch and pretty mundane, so we're gonna cut the clip here and jump to the hair after this. But just to give you a sense of the process, here's little snippets, and you can see as I'm progressively starting to feel the build, the structure to the face, going darker, moving from the H to the B to the 2B, and then to the 4B. I can't seem to find my 6B or 5B, so I think the darkest we'll be able to get on this is 4B, because I am under time constraints for this drawing, so I am doing my best under pressure, but I think it's going to turn out awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So now I'm starting to block in the hair, and what I'm doing is just loosely establishing flow and structure, very lightly, getting a sense of the natural movement to the hair. But also what I'm looking at while I'm doing this is looking at the lines that the negative space is creating on the face, and how that's guiding the eye around the portrait, because essentially the viewer completes the piece. So you want to, or at least my philosophy and the way I learn to understand things, is you want to create a interesting composition, but also an interesting path that leads the viewer's eye on a journey. And essentially what I aspire to do with the positive and negative space and the use of structure and flow is kind of carve out these pathways that the eye is going to jump towards, and hopefully lead it to the focal points, the various focal points within the drawing, and then take you back to the beginning. So you stay in this almost like visual maze as your eye just wanders around the drawing. Yeah, I know that's very deep just for the Chicano drawing, but it's just sharing a bit of my insight and my process and the way I see things. I hope you find some value in this. If you're an aspiring tattoo artist or just an artist or someone that's a hobbyist that just enjoys creating, just enjoys the flow state that it creates, I hope this helps you in your journey and with your process. The way I approach any artwork is kind of the way I was taught when I was younger, when I had a mentor, was you got to work from unfocused to focused. And I've seemed to have carried that train of thought into my tattooing, which is sometimes a bit controversial because people don't understand it, and they kind of, in the earlier stages of the artwork, criticizing it, and it doesn't quite make sense, but in the end it always all makes sense. And I mean, it's not the absolute right way, but it's my way, and it's the way I understand the way my mind works, to compose images. I think I'm at a place where I want to wrap it up and kind of bring it to focus and get it to completion. It's just a rough concept sketch. I mean, it's not a final artwork that we'll use for the t-shirt design, but it's enough of a sketch to give you a sense of what it's going to look like, and we can use it for mock-ups and refine it going forward. So what I'm doing now is I'm just bringing the whole image to focus now that everything is blocked in and we have good compositional flow. I'm taking the 5B pencil and I'm just darkening the eyes, the eyebrows, the face paint, little bits around the face just to push that background back and highlight the face. I haven't, all the whites or the highlights is just popping because of the contrast, and it's just the actual white of the page. I haven't really used the rubber or anything like that at all. You can even see the finger marks on the drawing as well, seeing as it's just in my sketchbook. Now with bringing it to focus, we're just taking the darkening the pupils, darkening the eyebrows, darkening the face paint, darkening the mouth, the nostrils, the nose, and that's just pushing the blacks as dark as we can get it and contrasting that with the white of the page, and then all the midtones in between should ideally focus the image. So when you look at it now, you see the lips, you see the eyes, highlight on the nose, then the lines from there take you into the face paint, and then the swirls around the head take you all the way down to the hand, and then the hand brings you back up to the face. And that's kind of that maze I was talking about, compositionally, just taking the eye on the journey. So you kind of, your eye is led all the way around the image. Although this is not a highly refined drawing, it's detailed enough for you to get the sense and a feel for the structure of the entire piece. Looking at it now that it's complete, I'd probably work on the hair some more, push the background. I'll maybe bring another background in there just to create a bit more contrast. But before I go that in depth with the piece, I just want to get some feedback from my client, and then instead of wasting all that time, I can put it into refining the final piece. I hope you enjoyed this drawing. I hope you picked up some tips. If not, you can leave some tips for me in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be doing a lot more informative drawing and painting videos going forward. And when I'm working on production or merchandise, I'll be sharing some tips and pointers on that as well. So if you're an aspiring artist or creative or just someone that likes lit shit, just hit that like and subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Peace.